All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour is an advanced reading and pronunciation class. We are going to be reading through one short story, and the short story is here in the Verbling chat box. Okay, so we'll be practicing our pronunciation as we read through this story here. Let's see who we have in class so far. Hi there, Amparo. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Doing great, thank you. What about you?
I'm doing awesome, thank you. Good to have you back. How about Amauri? Amauri, how are you?
I'm doing great, teacher, and you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Nice to see you again.
That's nice to see as well.
Okay, how about Victor? Hi there, Victor. How are you?
Hi there. How are you? I'm fine.
I'm doing awesome, thank you. Good to have you back.
Glad to see you as well.
All right, here we go. All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at our story. Okay, the link is in the chat box, and all right. Okay, so our story is entitled "The Living Blossom." Okay, and we are going to start off with Amauri. And let's see, we have some other people in here. Hi, do I have Roman or Anne with us?
Hi, do you hear me?
I do. How you doing, Anne?
Oh, hi, Ted. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Nice to have you back in class.
Yeah, nice to see you again too.
Very cool. And how about Yosuke?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Excellent. Nice to have you back. Now, Yosuke, from what I remember, you're from Japan and you're from Osaka, right?
Yeah, that's right. You correct me.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I remember. Okay, very good. Okay,
Yeah.
good to have you back in class.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys. So we're starting off with Amauri. And Amauri, please read from a flower. Okay, finish this paragraph and read down to here where it says care, please.
Okay, teacher. A flower that blooms every spring is one of the most beautiful moments you will ever experience. If you don't believe in such a thing, you may want to change your mind. For my story, you oh my gosh, will open up your eyes and make you see how memorable one blooming flower can be. The journey was rushed as we sailed the sea. Threshing storms hit us day after day for hours. It was as if the sea itself was trying to keep us away from something. Perhaps it was. After all, our mission is to search for the forbidden island. Tales have been told that an island exists in this world where the sun always shines and the rain is calm and shooting as if it is watering the plants with gentle care.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to the word watering right here. The word is pronounced watering.
Watering.
Very good. Next up, okay, we have the word soothing. Okay, make sure to use your tongue and your teeth for the TH sound. Soothing.
Soothing.
Okay, very nice. Next is, okay, where the sun. Now here you said where the sun, where the. Okay, so with the word the word is not duh, it's the. Make sure to pronounce the TH there. Where the sun.
Where the sun. Where the sun.
Okay, very nice. Next up is the word island. Okay, the S is silent. Instead of Iceland, it's island.
Island.
Good. Next is Perhaps it was. Now here, you are adding an extra E sound, saying perhaps it was. It's a. Okay, it's end on the T. Perhaps it was. Perhaps it was.
Perhaps it was.
Okay, very good. Next is trying to keep us away. Okay, so here you added an extra sound after P, sound saying trying to keepy us away. So instead of keepy, it's keep. Trying to keep us away. Try that.
Trying to keep us away.
Okay, good. Next is sailed. Right here, instead of sailed, the ed ending, this is a D sound. Sailed.
Sailed.
Okay, very good. Next is the word memorable, right here. Memorable. The stress is at the beginning.
Memorable.
Okay, one more time. Memorable.
Memorable.
Okay, very good. And the last one for you is the word mind. Okay, so change your mind. Instead of minde, okay, end on the D. Change your mind.
Change your mind.
Good. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Welcome, teacher.
No problem. All righty, let's go to Amparo.
Yep.
Okay, please read from I Could Still Remember. Finish this paragraph here and read down to, let's see, so we've got 4, 2. Let me have you read down to here where it says I grinned, please.
Okay. I could still remember the words that my grandfather said to me when he told me such story of the island. I always wondered as a child if he has ever been there himself. I ran back and forth trying to keep the sails of our ship from being destroyed by the powerful waves. The crews scurried everywhere trying to keep our ship in order. The captain shouted orders as he observed every move every crew member made. Hours passed as we finally relaxed when the ship began to balance out on the sea. I looked up as the sun peeked out from behind the clouds. My fear flew away knowing I was alive and not dead. "Land ho!" our lookout shouted. Everyone suddenly shifted to the front of the ship to see what land awaits beyond them. "Erin, look, there it is!" my best friend Kohaku said with a smile. "Wonder what awaits there," I grinned.
Okay, very good. All right, let's take a look at 3 parts here. Okay, first up we have peaked as the sun. Now you are very close here. I just want to tweak it just a little bit. Okay, so as the sun peaked out, as the sun peaked out, the long E sound.
As the sun peeked out.
Good, good, nice job. Next is sails. Give me a long A sound here. Trying to keep our ship in order.
Sails.
Okay, the sails of our ship. Sails.
Sails.
Good, one more time. The sails of our ship.
The sails of our ship.
Good, nice job. And the last one for you is the word such a story. So you had skipped over the word A. Okay. He told me such a story.
He told me such a story.
Okay, such a. He told me such a story. Try that again.
He told me such a story.
Good. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thanks.
No problem. Okay, next up. Evie?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Excellent. Welcome back to class.
Thank you.
And Ebby, let me have you read from as we landed down to where it says, I continued to hear, please.
Okay. As we landed the ship, everyone laid flat on the sand, including me. I swear it never felt so good to feel such soft sand. Suddenly, I jumped up and looked toward the forest. Hey, Kohaku, Kohaku looked at me with questionable look. Did you hear that? Hear what my friend singing? I started into the forest as if I had fallen into a trance. Singing? Kohaku asked, followed by a chuckle. My dear friend, I think you swallowed too much. Seawater, he laughed as he helped me up. Come, Aaron, we have to help set up camp. I nodded as I followed. Throughout helping build up the campsite, I could not focus on anything else but the soft singing I continued to hear.
Okay, nice job. All right, let's take a look at 3 words. Okay, first up, instead of noted, this word is nodded. I nodded as I followed. Try that.
I nodded as I followed.
Good. All right, nice job. Next up is trance. Instead of trance, it's an ah sound. Trance.
Trance.
Okay, good. And last one here, instead of I started, I stared. I stared into the forest. Try that.
I stared into the forest.
Awesome. Okay, very good job, baby. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is Victor. Victor, please read from The Fire Danced. Okay. And read down to here where it says, away from the island, please.
The fire danced as Kahaku continued one of his stories. Ever since Kahaku moved to Italy from Japan, he would tell me myths and legends from his country. I suppose that's what made me really want to become a traveler, an explorer, whatever you want to call it. The singing continued as Kahaku danced around, telling his crazy stories on magical fairies that lived in the cherry blossoms. My mind couldn't help but wander to the point where I snuck off into the forest. The deeper I got into the forest, the closer I got to the singing I heard. My eyes began to widen as the leaves started glowing in the dark, showing shades of blues, greens, and purples. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I thought to myself, wondering if perhaps the storm wasn't just coincidence. Perhaps the storm was trying to keep us away from his island. From this
Okay.
island.
Yeah, there you go, from this island. Okay, good job. Okay, excellent reading. Awesome. I remember, Victor, when you first started coming into my classes. Wow, what a big change. Okay, you ripped through this section. Okay, you ripped through it. It was really good. Okay.
It was my dream that you will say wow.
Yeah, that was really good. I mean, you sounded out the word coincidence. Okay, coincidence. That's a big one. That's a big word. Okay, good. Okay, I have 2 words for you. These are common mistakes. Okay, this one here, the closer. Okay, closer does not exist. Okay, you could be the closer, I guess, the closer, which would mean the person that closes a performance. But this here, we're talking about proximity, okay, or distance. The closer, so it's going to be an unvoiced S. The closer I got.
The closer I got.
Good. And the only other one here is wander. Okay, instead of wonder, okay, it's going to be more of an ah sound. So open up your mouth and it's more ah. Okay, wander.
Wander.
There you go. Good. Okay, nice job. Everything else was great.
Thank you.
No problem. You did all the hard work, man. Really good. Okay. Great. Let's go to let's see, Yosuke.
Yeah.
All right. Please read from perhaps. Okay. Finish. Let's see here. It's gonna be 1, 2. Okay. Come down here and finish up the paragraph and read to here where it says appear in front of her, please.
Perhaps there is more to this island than meets the eye. The thought thinking got closer until I finally arrived at the small opening where a little pond sparkled under the moonlight. I stood there in wonder and surprised to see the grand bloomed white rose laid on top of the water. Gracefully, there sat a beautiful woman, her skin so pale and elegant, while her eyes sparkled a emerald green like grief. Her hair green like her eyes, and flower crown of white rose rested on her head. Her dress was made of giant white rose petals, and her posture was graceful and beautiful. Right over her heart was white crystal attached to her skin. She was not human, but was as beautiful as any normal maiden would be. She stopped her singing as she noticed the unfamiliar intruder appear in front of her.
Okay, very nice job. Okay, let's go to the word wood. Okay, so now here with this word, instead of saying wood, okay, and pronouncing an oo sound all the way through, open your mouth, okay, because it's here you cannot say woo. It's only an sound, woo, and if you open your mouth, it's impossible to pronounce the oo sound. Okay, so you're going to start off with the oo and then open your mouth slightly. Wood.
Wood.
Would be.
Would be.
Okay, good. You're almost there. One more time. Would be.
Would be.
Okay, all right. You're getting closer with that vowel sound. All right, good.
Yeah.
So let's keep working on that. Okay, excellent.
Right.
Okay, let's go to attached to her skin. Attached to her skin.
Attached to her skin.
Good. That was much better. Okay, excellent job.
Yeah.
Next up is okay, rose petals. Okay, so we're working on the R sound and the L sound. Rose petals.
Rose petals.
Good. Okay, I like that better. Nice job.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's try. Okay, roses rested on her head. Okay, so R sounds all the way through. Roses rested on her head.
Right. Roses rested on her head.
Good, excellent job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on. Let's go to the word flower. Okay, right here. This is an hour. Flower. Okay. Now, at the end, instead of saying flower, okay, and only ending on an sound, curve your tongue upwards to pronounce the flower. Good. One more time. Flower. Okay. All right. Much better. Okay. This word here is pronounced emerald. Try that.
Emerald.
Okay. One more time. Emerald. Good. Okay.
Emerald.
This word here is pronounced sparkled. Okay, good. Let's try these words together. So pale and elegant. So pale and elegant.
So pale and elegant.
Okay, one more time. So pale and elegant. Good. Okay. And this word here for you. A giant bloomed. Good. Much better with the BL. One more time. A giant bloomed. Okay. All right. Much better. Okay. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. In front of her. Awesome. Okay. Let's go to Anne. Okay. Anne, please read from Her Guard Was Up. And let's see here. Read down to. Let's have you read down to around. I think that'll.
Okay.
Should be about right. Okay, so I smiled as I looked around, please.
Okay. The guard was up as the tree suddenly closed the way I came in. "Who are you, stranger?" She looked at me in wonder with a mix of fear and anger. I started a little. "Please, I mean no harm. I heard you singing. I heard you singing, sorry." Her eyes widened in shock. "You're no plant," she spoke. "No, I'm human. I'm Erin." "Human? No human has entered this island alive. In other words, you're an intruder. I assume there are more of you. The storm warned me that it couldn't keep your kind away for long. Meaning you and your kind are strong. What is it you want?" She stared at me for a long while, hand over her heart, as if she was afraid someone would steal it. "We don't want anything. We are explorers, travelers, wanting to learn more about our world, learning more than what we already know." I smiled as I looked around.
Okay, very good. Very good job. Okay, let's take a look here. First up is world. Okay, open your mouth a little bit more to pronounce this word. Okay, you're almost there. So it's world.
World, world.
There you go. Okay, so to learn more about our world. Try that.
To learn more about our world.
Okay, good. Okay, this word here, travelers. Travelers.
Traveler, traveler.
Okay, very nice. Now with someone instead of some. Okay, it's an sound. Someone.
Someone, someone.
There you go. That's it. Okay. Next is okay, the word assume. Now here you added an e sound right before the u, saying assume. Okay, instead of assume, it's assume. Only an u. Assume.
Assume. Assume.
Okay, good. And I think one last one. Okay, all right. So I stuttered a little. Okay, so we're working on the short I on little, and the flap T in stuttered. Okay, so I stuttered a little.
I stuttered a little.
Good. One more time. I stuttered a little.
I stuttered a little.
Good. Okay, nice job. Thank you, Anne.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
No problem. Okay, smiled as I looked around. All right. Let's go back to the top here with Amaury.
Okay, teacher.
Please read from She Relaxed a Little. And so finish up this paragraph and read this poem down to sun or stars, please.
Okay, she relaxed a little as if she just knew I was telling the truth. Silence broke in until I finally spoke. "Your song," I spoke, staring at her divine beauty. She looked back. "What about it? May I hear? May I hear it?" She looked at me surprised, but smiled with warmth. "I suppose," she whispered as I sat down and watched her. Her voice was graceful and calm like an angel. My eyes closed, listening to each word she sang. "Come now, my children, my blooming flowers grow. Rest well under the moonlight, till the sun rises with its shining rays of light. And as I sit and lay here, I will continue to watch you grow. My life and power belongs to you, so grow now, my children. Don't be afraid to bloom. With every seed and every bud, beauty blooms right under the sun or stars."
Okay, nice job. Okay, let's take a look here. First up, we have the word continue. Instead of continue, it's continue.
Continue.
Very good. Next is the SH sound. So instead of signing, it's shining
Shining.
rays.
Shining rays.
Okay, good. Next is the word until. Okay, instead of until, okay, pronounce the L sound. Curve your tongue up to the top. Until. Or sorry, till in this instance.
Till.
Okay, good. Yeah, up until is up here. We have that one as well. Okay, next up is well. Okay, rest well under the moonlight. Okay.
Rest well under the moonlight.
Okay. All right. Better. Next is. Okay. All right. So this is a funky word. Where did you go? Okay, right here. Okay, with a th there at the end. So this is warmth.
Warmth.
Okay, give me a th instead of an f sound. Instead of warmth, it's warmth with your tongue. Warmth. Okay, very nice. Very nice. All right. Next is she looked back. Okay, now here you said she looked back. Lookte. Okay, take off that extra vowel sound. She looked back.
She looked back.
Okay, good. And let's see. Next is now here. This is where until is. Okay, so instead of until I finally spoke, until I finally spoke.
Until I finally spoke.
Okay, good. And your last one here is relaxed instead of relaxed. Okay, give me a T sound. Relaxed.
Relaxed.
Okay, all right, very good. Thank you.
Welcome.
All righty. Next up is for Amparo. Please read from I Couldn't Help. Okay, finish this paragraph. This next one. And let's see, that would be three-ish. Okay, read down to here where it says crystal attached to her, please.
Okay. I couldn't help but blush while feeling lost at the same time. She looked at me and smiled. You don't seem to understand my words, human. My blush deepened. I don't. You are talking about your children? You have children? I tilted my head a little with a puzzled gaze. Of course I do. This forest, these plants, and these little flowers are my children. I had never looked more confused until she said that. She only laughed. Erin, was it? She smiled as I nodded. Well, Erin, if I tell you my secret, can I trust you enough to keep others away? To keep me safe? My eyes gazed at her speechlessly. She trusts me enough already? Yet we had just met, so how could she trust me? I nodded anyways. Her hand suddenly moved over her heart, resting on the strange crystal attached to her.
All right, you almost got 100%. Almost. Okay, it was so good. I was like, oh, you almost had it. Okay, the only one here, Amparo, is speechlessly. So here you stopped right before it. So you said gazed at her, and then you paused. And so when you started it back up, you said speechlessly. Okay, so let's try this sentence. Okay, so my eyes gazed at her speechlessly.
My eyes gazed at her speechlessly.
Oh, instead of speech, focus on that S.
Yeah.
My eyes gazed at her speechlessly.
My eyes gazed at her speechlessly.
There you go. Okay, let's try speechlessly one more time all by itself. Speechlessly.
Speechlessly.
Whew, that's a tough one. One more time. Speechlessly.
Speechlessly.
Okay, there you go. Good. Okay, very nice job. Yeah, that was a tricky word. Okay, everything else is good. Okay, excellent job, Amparo. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, let's go to Ebby.
Yes.
All right, Ebby, please read from this is called Crystal. Finish this paragraph here. This one, and read down to something beautiful right there, please.
Okay. This is called the crystal of fruits. I am its guardian and the keeper of this crystal. My duty as a guardian is to care for this island and its plants. Without this crystal, Aaron, this island will die, along, along with me. I just stared at her. I couldn't believe what she was telling me. You're keeping the plants alive, eventually, though they will die. I mean, they are plants after all. When you see a flower, Aaron, what do you think? Confused enough already, I just stared at her. It is pretty, was all I said. She suddenly started laughing hysterically, as if it was a joke, then looked at me and showed seriousness. A flower is more than just a flower, Aaron. A flower is like a newborn baby in your world. First a seed, then grown to a little leaf, then blooms into something beautiful.
Very good. All right, nice job, Abby. Okay,
Thank
let's
you.
take a look at 3 words here. Okay, now this first one, these ones are hard to know when we pronounce the A at the end and when we don't. In this word, we do not. So instead of saying hysterically, okay, we skip right over the vowel A, okay, and we say hysterically, hysterically. Try that.
Hysterically.
Good. Now, there aren't any rules from it from what I'm aware of. I think it just depends on the region, okay, and how we say it. Personally, I've never heard anybody say hysterically, okay, and so this one I would probably write down as one where we do not pronounce that A.
Okay.
Okay, and they're so hard. There's so few to come. Like we come through them so very seldom. Okay, and so yeah, build a list, okay, of what words we pronounce the A, which words we don't, because it's every once in a while they just come up and like, ah, here's another one. Okay, we don't pronounce that A. Oh, this one we do. It's crazy.
Okay.
Okay, so all right. Okay, next word here. Okay, now here you said you paused after just. Now with just and words that start with S after them, okay, we do not have to pronounce this T. Okay, so here you said just stared, okay, and you had to say eh to pronounce that S. Okay, so let's combine the S's. I just stared. I just stared at her.
I just stared at her.
Good. Yeah, so you do not need to pronounce that T. You do not need to pronounce the T with the word just. Okay? Especially when there's another word that starts with an S afterwards. Okay?
Yes.
Next up is its. Okay. Okay, I am its guardian. Now, here you said it is. Okay, I am its guardian. Try that.
Okay. I am its guardian.
Good. One more time. I am its guardian.
I am its guardian.
Good. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Something beautiful. Okay. Let's see. Where did we? Abby, do you remember where you ended up? I thought it was right here. It blooms into something beautiful, but is that about right?
I think yes.
I think so. Okay. All right. Good. Thank you. Okay. Let's continue here. Okay. To Victor.
Okay.
All right, Victor. So please read from when you see a leaf. Finish the paragraph. Read this next paragraph. E4-1, and read down to here where it says she looked down, please.
When you see a leaf, you find it boring, but you don't realize how beautiful it is until it finally blooms. And it's not just flowers, Aaron. Plants in general are all beautiful, but most importantly, they are alive. They are the ones providing you the fruit and vegetables you eat, the air you breathe in, along with the affection you show to a loved one. My mind opened up a little more at her words. Never have I realized how important plants really were. Not even opened my eyes enough to see its true potential and beauty. You must go now, Erin. It's late. She smiled as the roots from underground lift me up. Perhaps I will see you again, Erin. However, you and your friends must leave. I cannot risk the safety. I know you're kind. Not all are violent, but some wear a mask to hide such a personality. She looked down.
Okay, very good job. Very good. Okay, let's take a look here. I've got 3 words. Okay, first up is however. Okay, let's try this. However. Give me a good V.
However.
Good, good. Good. One more time. However.
However.
Excellent. Okay. Next is the word along. Right here. Here you said along. Alo. Okay, so this is going to be an ah sound. Along.
Along.
Okay, very nice. Very nice.
Wow.
And the last one here is instead of they are alive, it's life. Give me a good F sound here. They are life.
They are life.
Okay, excellent. All right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
Okay. Good. Let's go to Yosuke. Please read from I suddenly smiled. Okay, and finish. Let's see. Finish this paragraph, and then let me have you read down to here, where it says "and left our tents," please.
I suddenly smiled and walked over to her. She jumped a little and stared at me as I got closer. I took her hand and bowed in respectful manner. Guardian of this island, I will do what I can to keep you safe. You have opened up my eyes a little more. I smiled at her. She just looked at me and smiled. I'm glad, she said softly. After that, I let her go and went back to my camp. Luckily, the only one who noticed I was gone was Kohaku. I told Kohaku everything I saw, even though the guardian told me not to tell anyone. I trusted Kohaku, and I knew if she met him, she would do. Surprisingly, yet unsurprisingly, Kohaku believed every word I said, offered to help me. I promised her I would protect her. I planned to keep that promise. The morning was shockingly cold for an island. Kohaku and I dressed up and left our tent.
Okay, very nice, very nice. All right, let's go to an L sound right here. Now, remember with the L, okay, make sure to touch the top of your mouth with your tongue. Instead of reft, it's L, left. Left our tents.
Left our tent.
That's it. Okay, very good. Okay, this word here is pronounced shockingly. The stress is at the very beginning of the word. Shockingly.
Shockingly.
Good. Okay, nice job. Next up is the word protect. Okay, I would protect her. Now, you corrected yourself a couple of times with the word would. Your vowel sound on would was sounding very good. Okay, so keep up the good work with that. Okay, so let's try this. I would protect her.
I would protect her.
Good, yeah, so
yeah, I mean, like, I would make sure, like, protect, I have, like, R sound, P-R-O, so when I, like, when I pronounce R sound, like this exaggerated expression, like protect, or just, like, roll my tongue to pronounce the R sound, like, I don't know much, like,
So, in English, we do not have a hard R, so we don't want to say protect. Okay, so you're going to pronounce a clean R, pushing your tongue down. Okay, so it's not hitting the top of your mouth. So I will protect her. Now with this word, the stress is going to be at the very end. Okay, and so we won't say protect her. It's protect her.
I would protect her.
There you go. One more time. I would protect her.
I would protect her.
Okay, very good. Okay, again, much better with your vowel sound here. It sounds really good. Okay, let's go to the word gone. Right here, instead of gone, okay, this is an ah sound. Gone. I was gone.
I was gone.
Okay, pronounce that N instead of ga. Okay, ga, n. Place your tongue to the top of your mouth. Gone.
I was gone.
Okay, all right, so right now, what's going on? With the N sound at the end of the word, okay, you're leaving your tongue down. Okay, you're saying ga. Okay, and your tongue is not, it's forced down like this, and you're not touching the back of it or anything. With the N sound in English, your tongue comes up in the front like this. Ga, n. Gone.
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 Gone. Gone.
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Gone.
So move the tongue up to the front. Gone.
Gone.
Oh, almost.
Just touch the.
Yep. Touch the tongue to the top of the mouth.
Feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Gone.
Yep.
Gone.
So your tongue here comes all the way to the front here. So I say gone.
Okay. Gone. Gone.
Almost. So when you do that, you want to press into it. We're not just saying ga and touching. You want to press into that sound. Ga, and it's a voiced sound. Okay, just like when you say no, no,
No.
no, gone.
No. Gone.
Yeah,
No.
gone.
No.
Gone.
Gone. No. Gone. No. Gone. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that same N in no, it's at the end of gone. Okay, so, and it's a voiced sound. So if you're just saying ga, okay, that does not mean anything. So you need to press the tongue up to the top of your mouth. Okay, so one last time here. Gone.
Gone.
Good, you're almost there.
Gone.
You're almost there. Yes, that one was better.
Gone. I've gone.
Gone. Yes. Okay.
Gone.
So yeah.
Yep.
Good. So what you can do, you can go to Google and type in the word and type in words that end with N. Okay. So words that end.
And end. Yeah.
End with N, and you'll get a link that'll probably be Scrabble Finder.
Okay. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
and it'll give you tons of words. Okay, and just practice pronouncing words that end with the N. When.
Yeah.
Okay, when. Okay, all of those different words.
Yeah.
Fine.
Fine.
Okay, hein. Okay, so all of these words. Okay, and practice ending on that N. Okay, one thing that's important, you guys, when learning and improving your pronunciation, don't try and do everything. Okay, focus on one thing. Okay, so for example, Yosuke, if I were you, I would work on the word would, or the sound in would, could, and should. Okay, and then the other thing is the N sound. That's it. Okay, if you mess up on other words, don't worry about it, because this week you are working on and n. Okay, if your short I is off, who cares? Don't worry about it. Okay, if you mess up on an S sound or a TH, doesn't matter. This week isn't the TH week. Okay, I'll work on TH another week. This week I'm doing this sound. Okay, so if you focus on those and really work on them, okay, you'll see improvement that way, and then you can follow your progress. Okay.
Right. Yep.
All right. Great job, man. Thank you. Let's go to Anne.
Yeah.
All right, Anne, please read from Our Eyes Widened. Okay, and let's see. Okay, let me have you read. Man, when they're not like regular lines going straight back and forth, it's harder. because I have to count and add them all up. Okay, so read down to here. I think this is about right. So down to back at the captain, please.
Okay. Our eyes widened, seeing the plant's color fading and beginning to die slowly. Somehow I could feel how much they were suffering. I flinched to realizing what could have caused it, and ran into the forest, Kohaku calling my name as he followed me. "Erin, wait up!" he shouted. I arrived back to the garden first, and I stood in shock seeing her laying on the giant rose that had also started dying, her skin wrinkling like a dying flower. "Oh no," I said as I walked closer to her. The crystal was no longer there. "I warned you, Erin. Some people wear masks." My heart ached, feeling as though this was all my fault somehow. "What did this do you?" I asked. "Who do you think, boy?" A smirk came across the man's face as he walked behind me. I turned, seeing the captain with the crystal in his hand. I glared darkly when I suddenly saw the crew members showing up with Kohaku tied up. "Kohaku!" I stared at Kohaku and glared back at the captain.
All right, very good job. Okay, let's take a look at some words here. First up, okay, this word is smirked. Instead of smirked, it's smirked.
Smirk.
Okay, now a smirk, you guys have seen before many times in movies. A smirk is
Sorry.
that's a smirk. Okay, especially like an evil smirk. Okay, when they sort of half smile in an evil way, that's a smirk. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the word crystal. Okay, right here instead of crystal. Okay, short I. The crystal. The crystal was no longer there.
The crystal was no longer there.
Okay, instead of okay, keep it down. Push the tongue down a little bit. So the crystal. The crystal was no longer there.
The crystal.
There you
Was
go.
no longer there.
That's it. Okay, very nice. Next up is the word walked. Okay, now here.
I walked closer to her.
Yeah, wherever that is.
Applied sentence. On the left of the crystal was no longer there.
Okay. Oh yes, same line. Yeah, I walked closer to her. Yeah. So instead of walked, okay, and okay, open that up. I walked closer to her. One more time.
I walked closer to her.
There you go. Good. Next up, short I with flinched. Okay, instead of flinched, it's I flinched.
I flinched.
Okay, one more time. Push the tongue down instead of flinched.
Flinched.
Good. I flinched realizing. Try that.
I flinched realizing.
Good. And the last one here is slowly. Now here you had said slow. Okay, going from an oo. Instead of ow, it's o. So it's an o sound. To die slowly.
To die slowly.
That's it. Okay, very nice job. Very nice. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
No problem. Okay, crystal in hand, darkly. I think we ended with crystal in hand. Okay, good. Let's go back up to the top here with Amaudi. And Amaudi, please read from I glared darkly. Okay, down to water, please.
Okay, I glared darkly when I suddenly saw the crew members showing up with Kohaku tied up. Kohaku! I started at Kohaku, then glared back at the captain. Let him go. Give the guardian the crystal back. This island needs this crystal. I tried to grab it, but I was only pushed back into the water.
All right, very good. Okay, so let's start here. Instead of only pushte, Okay, I was only pushed back. I was only pushed back.
I was only pushed back.
Okay, so instead of only, it's only. I was only pushed back.
I was only pushed back.
That's it. Okay, nice job. Next is, let's see here, the word island. So this island needs this crystal.
This
This island
island
needs this crystal.
this island needs this crystal.
Okay, good. Next is guardian instead of guardian. It's an R sound only. Guardian.
Guardian.
Good. And last one for you is suddenly, right here. Suddenly.
Suddenly. Oh my
Okay,
God.
one more time. There is not an N before the D. You're trying to say sudden. Instead of sudden, it's sudden. Suddenly.
Suddenly.
Okay, almost. So what you're doing, you're placing an N right here. Okay, after the U, you're saying sudden instead of sun. Okay, take out that N. Suddenly.
Suddenly.
Almost. One more time. Suddenly.
Suddenly.
Okay, all right. This will be a good word for you to practice, okay? Because right now you are pronouncing it like this with an N here, and you need to remove that N. Okay, so instead of sudden, it's sudden. Okay, so yeah, check out that word. See if you can work on pronouncing that. Okay, nice job, Amaudi. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Amparo, please read from. All right, you're a foolish boy. Okay, finish this paragraph and read down to where have you been, please.
Okay. You are a foolish boy. Why else do you think we came? He smirked. To explore, of course, to learn more about this world. The captain and the other crew members laughed, mocking me and everything. You're a fool, Larry. We don't live in that age anymore. We live in an age of wealth and power. You shouldn't have told your little friend where you have been.
Good, good. All right, nice job. Okay, let's go to the word smirked instead of smirked. Okay, give me an sound. He smirked.
He smirked.
Good. One more time. He smirked.
He smirked.
Great. Yeah, everything else was nice. Okay, very good. Okay, good. Let's go to Ebby.
Yes.
All right, Ebby, please read from You Didn't Even. Okay, and finish this paragraph. You didn't even notice down to They All Left. Please.
Okay. You didn't even notice everyone else was close enough to listen. You should stop reading and living in those silly fairy tales, Aaron, and wake up to life. Actually, you can just die here along with this island. He smirked, ordering his crew to tie me up to a tree. They soon left, leaving Kohaku with me. My direction went to the Guardian after they all left.
Okay, very good. Very good. Only one word for you, okay? Up here at the top, instead of everyone, every, okay, it's every. Give me more of a short E sound here. Everyone else.
Everyone else.
One more time. Everyone else.
Everyone else.
There you go. Good job. Thank you, Ebby. Everything else sounded great.
Thank you.
Okay, good. Let's go to Victor.
Okay.
All right, Victor, please read from Forgive Me. Finish this paragraph. That should be good. Yeah, so down to Going Pale and Ill, please.
Forgive me. This is all my fault. I looked down. You asked me to keep you safe, and I failed. She suddenly looked at me and smiled weakly. The branches of the tree then cut us loose. Her fingers motioned me to come closer. I did so bad my expression became sadder, seeing her beautiful self going pale and ill.
Okay, nice job. Now, there is a typo here. This shouldn't be to some closer, but to come closer. Okay, but you read that how it was written. It was good. Okay, no worries. But yeah, it should be come closer. Okay, the only word I have for you here is weekly. Give me a good E sound here. And smiled weakly.
And smiled weakly.
Good. Okay, nice job. Everything else is good.
Thank
Okay,
you,
thank you. Awesome. Let's go to Yosuke. Okay, Yosuke, please read from Listen to Me, Aaron. Okay, and read down to here, Kohaku, please.
Listen to me, Eren. If you care so much, please bring back that crystal for me before this island dies along with me. My eye widened and I nodded. She nodded, she smiled and kissed me gently. My eyes widened more in surprise. She giggled at my reaction. Go, Ellen, please, she breathed weakly. I snapped out of it and nodded and left quickly with Kohaku.
Okay, very good, very good. Let's go to this phrase here. She breathed weakly. She breathed weakly. Try that.
He breathed weakly.
Good, good. Nice job. Next up is widened, right here. My eyes widened. Try that.
My eyes widened.
Good. One more time. My eyes widened.
My eyes widened.
All right, very nice. Next up is, let's see here. Okay, nodded. I nodded. Try that.
I nodded. I nodded.
Okay. I nodded. Very good. And, okay, let's go to the word crystal right here instead of crystal. Okay, use a short I here. Crystal.
Crystal.
Okay, one more time. Crystal.
Crystal. Crystal.
And then your last one here is please. Give me a good PL. Please.
Please.
Good. All right, nice job. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No problem. All right, let's see here. Anne, read our last paragraph for us, please.
Okay. Aaron, you realize that they won't just give it to us, right? The hacker looks at me. I grinned. Guess I'll just have to finally put those katana lessons you taught me into play, won't I? He and I chuckled a little. We were lucky enough the ship was still there. I suppose they weren't really in a rush. After all, we were tied up to a tree.
Okay, very good. Very good. Only 2 words for you here. Okay, and then one suggestion. Okay, so first up is lucky. We were lucky enough.
We were lucky enough.
Good, yeah. So instead of lucky, it's lucky. Okay. And the last one here is realize. So our stress is at the very beginning instead of realize. Okay, realize. Try that.
Realize.
Okay, very good. Now, one thing that I want you to start paying attention to as you're listening to people speak, watch how they drop their T sounds. Okay, so instead of saying you taught me into play, okay, this would be you taught me. Okay, so we use what's called a stop T, and I do not pronounce that. You taught me. Okay, so try that. You taught me.
You taught me.
Good. One more time. You taught me.
You taught me.
Great. Now that's called a stop T. Now what I want you to do is when you are watching TV, when you're at work, when you're talking to people, listen to how they drop their T sounds there. Okay, and you'll start to notice that and start to catch on. Then try and start using it. Okay, start mimicking how they're speaking. Okay, and that'll help you sound more like a natural speaker. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
All right, very good. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you all for coming in. It was great having you all here. This week I'm doing a beginning class, and then an intermediate or an advanced class. I've got 4 nights this week that I'm doing it. Last night was one of them, so there's 2 more nights that I'll be teaching reading. So tomorrow is beginning and intermediate. The next night after that will be advanced. Okay. So I'd love to see you guys back. Okay. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
Thank you,
Bye bye.
teacher. See you.
Thanks,
Thank you
teacher.
very
Take
much,
care.
Chad.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you. Bye.